seats. We're a lot going on here. You'll never know. Thank everybody for coming to this service today at the People's Church of Divine Prophecy. A couple of quick housekeeping rules. Silence your phones unless you're medical or law enforcement personnel, please. Restrooms are down the hall, quick right, quick left. Coffee and tea in the back with some donuts. Help yourself to either at any time.
Thanks for all the prayers that came my way. It put me on my feet at least a little bit.
We have Beryl here. She's been down a little bit. I've asked for prayers. Other people have asked for prayers, so apparently they're working. Thanks for coming. I'd like to have Pam light the candles to begin the service, symbolizing the unity of body, mind, and spirit. I'd like you to stand for the opening prayer and remain standing for the first hymn. Dear Father God, we give thanks for this moment in time. May we feel the love in this room. May we feel the hopes and needs of those around us. May we respond in kind, and may we feel your love in all. This portion is a reading by the pastor where I try to put into perspective something that happened to me through the week into a spiritual discipline that I'm trying to practice in my life. You have to excuse my dress. I'm wearing my blue jeans and my no tie, no sport coat. I rode my motorcycle and I just couldn't resist it. Had to enjoy life. And that kind of ties in with what I want to talk about a little bit today for a few moments. There was a saying I heard that really made me stop and think quite a bit about it, and it was giving up is a permanent solution to a temporary situation in your life. And I thought a lot about that, and you know, it really puts it into perspective about just giving up and quitting with things. The person that said that was a Jewish woman in World War II who had been rescued moments before being put into the gas chamber as the Allied troops liberated the concentration camp. And that was her quote when she was asked, "Did you ever give up?" And that was what her statement was. I think that we should take a moment every day to enjoy something about our lives, to enjoy an opportunity, something before us, even if it's as simple as making ourselves an extra cup of coffee, or as I did today, ride my motorcycle in. I smiled all the way in, and I get comments all the time. Aren't you afraid of this? Aren't you afraid of that? How many times in our lives do we not do something because we're afraid of people's judgment, afraid of what may happen, afraid of all the things that we can think of, why not to do it? We heard on the news in the last few days the unfortunate thing about those 4 college guys that got hit head on I-4 coming back from a party. They could have never avoided that. Nothing they could have thought of could have avoided that. When it's your time to go, you're going. But what's going to happen to me when it's my time to go, I'm going to meet the Grim Reaper with a rebel yell. I'm going to dive on him and make him earn everything he's trying to take. That's how I'm going to meet my death. That's how you got to do it. Live life, be standing up, enjoy it to the last minute. Because when we go to the other side, as a spiritualist, I believe it's going to be wonderful over there. So celebrate it. Take it on just like it was when anything else you take on here. Just take a moment to love life. Take a moment to pet your dog, squeeze your significant other, your children, regardless of any fears that you may be having. Just put it aside And if you don't enjoy life every day, then you can't complain about not having opportunities the next day. I always remember I was meditating one time about life here when it was really difficult for me, and it gets like that with all of us. No amount of belief, no amount of spiritual practices are going to stop life from happening to you. It's how you deal with it when it happens. And I remember I was thinking, in the hall of judgment, when we go to the other side, we're before God looking at our life and seeing it without the ability to justify what goes on. When we get done seeing it, God's going to turn to us and say, you missed it. It was a beautiful life. I gave you a wonderful environment to enjoy life in. I gave you wonderful creatures to enjoy life with, and all you did was work. All you did was worry and work and be afraid. You missed it. Now the work begins. This is our vacation. This is our time to learn how to enjoy ourselves. And this is our time to love our lives. And it doesn't mean, again, that we're not going to be faced with trying things, things that disturb us, things that upset us. But we have to have ourselves connected to the idea of our God and realize that life happens to us and life happens to other people too. Thank you for listening. The next portion of the service is the healing portion. I'd ask Kathy and Judy to take their places behind the chairs. During this portion of the service, you can go get contact healing. As the chairs become vacant, you'll hear this sound. That means the chairs become vacant for somebody to go sit in. During the rest of the time, Askhen will lead us in a guided meditation. Matthew will accompany with some instrumental music, and we'll start this portion of the service by reading the prayer for spiritual healing on the back of the hymn. I ask the great unseen healing force to remove all obstructions from my mind and body and to restore me to perfect health. I ask this in all sincerity and honesty, and I will do my part. I ask this great unseen healing force to help both present and absent ones who are in need of help and to restore them to perfect health. I put my trust in the love and power of God.
Go and get back to your reading. Focus on your breath. Breathe in and breathe out. Let go of all the thoughts that are occupying your mind. Anything that is worrying you, just let it go for now. Bring your focus and your awareness to your breath. Breathe in and breathe out. Feel your breath taking you deeper and deeper within. Just engage with your breath. Ask your mind to be quiet, not to interfere at this time. Feel your breath taking you deeper within and connecting you to this peaceful presence that is within. Just go with the flow of your breath. As it is flowing, it is taking you deeper and deeper. Connect with that peaceful presence. And become one. While you are breathing, just repeat to yourself quietly, I am at peace within and with my surroundings. Feel the peaceful sensations filling your entire body as you inhale. The same feeling sensations will flow out of your body as you exhale. Creates a motion, a cycle, total peace. Embrace this peaceful state of your consciousness and be still. Be still within. In the presence of God, mighty I Am presence, I now call forth the divine healing energy to be here at this time and to provide each one of us with the healings that we need for our mind, body, and spirit. As we call upon the law of forgiveness, we forgive all those who have hurt us. We forgive those who have disappointed us. We forgive those who have caused us pain and suffering. We forgive and we detach with love. We let go emotions of fear, anger, resentment. We let go of whatever is holding us back from advancing spiritually. Any situations, relationships that are holding us back from achieving our highest potentials. We recognize them now and we let them go to the light of God that never fails. And we ask God the omnipotent, omnipresent, omniscient, to be in charge of our lives, our existence, our soul and spirit, while we are here in this physical plane, on earth and beyond. In the name of universal Christ consciousness, we ask for protection. And we accept it as it's done. While you are breathing, slowly shift your awareness higher. Higher up to your forehead. Become aware of your spirit eye, your third eye. As you look through your third eye, envision brilliant golden light in the form of golden energy entering through your forehead. gently unbalancing your crown chakra. As it circulates, it clears all the thoughts that are stopping you from achieving your highest potentials and opening your highest creativity that serves the highest good of yourself and the highest good of all. Feel the energy moving down in the back of your head. Activating your pituitary and pineal glands. Activating your intuition. And opening the communication between your right and left hemispheres. Allowing your creativity to flow to your logical mind and balance it. Focus on your intuition, your right hemisphere. This is your creative mind, the mind of God that speaks through you, within you. It is the voice of God that you hear within, that loves you, always guides you and protects you, walks with you, and shows you the way to your divinity, your infinite self. Allow your mind to expand, for you are not limited to your physical reality. You are infinite, infinite spirit. Connect with your greatness and feel the presence of God in your mind. Now see the energy coming down to your throat, clearing your throat chakra and balancing. And enabling you to speak your divine truth, to have the courage to speak up your divine truth. Feel the energy moving down to your lower body. As it moves, it clears the blockages, the obstacles. Goes down to your lower body, down to your knees, to your feet. See this golden energy coming out through the bottom of your feet, extending deep into the ground, anchoring you to the earth. Breathe in and breathe out. Let go of whatever is holding you back. God and your connection to God. As you are quiet, hear the voice of God. Ask God for all your questions will be answered. Ask and you shall receive. All the answers to your questions are within. Become aware of your connection to God. And as you open up to God, all things become possible. Just surrender to God. Allow God's will to be done. Thy will be done on earth as it is. Feel that connection. See that connection with your mind's eye. That you become one with it and with your infinite self. Feel the greatness of your spirit and the potentials of your infinite spirit. As you stand in this beautiful golden light, claim your divinity and see yourself shining like the brilliant, brilliant golden light. Let your light create a shift in the consciousness of humanity. Let your light create a shift in the consciousness of the earth. See your light brightening the whole planet. See your light circulating in the universe. See your light connecting humanity together. Everywhere, envision the world in front of you with your mind's eye. And see the earth, Mother Earth, in a bright place that is filled with love, peace, and harmony. Let us sing the universal song of We Are One. We are one. I am you, and you are me. We are one. In this unity, we all live in harmony. your connection with yourself, with everyone and everything. Let this vision integrate deep into your consciousness. As we function like a unified energy field in the presence of God. Start slowly coming back. Your physical body, let go of the vision. Engage with your physical senses. When you are ready, you can open your eyes.
Which is like a three-legged stool. One part's the word, one part's the music, and one part's the people. I had Matthew step up and take up one of the legs of the stool, so I'm doing just fine. Next part is the word, the other leg of the stool. Reverend Johnstone, our relationship started off a little rocky at first, primarily because of people saying things about me that weren't true to them. And I'm an easy guy to believe bad things about. But after we got to know each other, everything worked out. We've been the best of friends for quite a few years. I rib him about being a Canadian, but I really like Bob. He's always positive with people. He's somebody you can trust. He's somebody that will never do you wrong and always go out of his way to do right. That's about all the introduction he needs. Please welcome Reverend Bob Johnstone.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
What happened? Half the group left. They must have known I was going to be here. Something I've been doing with the people that come to me for readings now. Nonsense. But
Canada, red may mean go, but in America, red means stop.
I was wondering what I was going to speak about this morning, but Spirit always provides something that's me, and I try to be me, because people say, what's your topic for today? And my topic is always about me, because I can always remember things about me that I don't know about other people. But I learn from other people, and every time I come to this center, I learn from somebody, and there's always that bit of inspiration that comes through. Each one of you provides something to my circle of life. You speak to my soul, whoever you might be. You might not like me, or you might like me, but whatever direction you've taken, you pointed me in the direction of where I'm supposed to go. Because not all birds flock together. There's different kinds of birds in different kinds of areas. So if you're looking for that. But as I started out, I said that every person that comes to me now, I give them a small 8-timer. And before I read for them, I said, you have to sit now in that chair, and you have to look at that 8-timer for 3 minutes. Forget yourself, forget everything. Just look at the sand. Believe me, that can be the longest 3 minutes of your life if you don't like yourself. And isn't it true that we don't like ourselves enough? We try to function on other people. We pay our attention to other people. We give our attention to other people. And why is that? And I think it's because we're running away from ourselves. We don't want to face our own music. We don't like what we are. And folks, this is the only soul you're going to have. And it lasts a long time, so change it. Watch the sand in your life. Just watch that sand dropping. So I brought a big one here, this one, and this is not the one but I'm going to put it up here because when the sand runs out, I'm going to be gone. But that's basically what it is. Just see that sand dropping. You get all these fancy people who do meditation courses for thousands of dollars to change your life. But I think if you sat every morning with your coffee and took that 3 minutes to look at that sand, you'd find a different you all day long because you've made contact with your soul. My folks, my friends, this is where God is that still small voice. And normally we don't listen to it. When you get into a situation, that little voice says, don't invest that money. All of a sudden you say, but I need more money. I want to invest it. This guy has got the right opinion. The voice is saying, don't do it, don't do it. But I'm always the guy too that says, yeah, I got to do it because I want to be better. I'm going to be better. I know that voice is never trusted. It's always the voice that's been right, but it's always the voice that I don't listen to. So pay attention to that green sand in your life. Green sand is healing, if you see it. You can heal yourself. Healing yourself is taking 3 minutes to see the beauty within you, to feel the beauty within you, to see what you can do that day. Don't listen to anything else, but just feel the comfort and the peace. When Askhen was doing her meditation, I realized how important it is to listen to that still small voice. That's the message I got. When I say the Lord's Prayer, I listen for that still small voice after to help me with my life. Everybody watching the sand, have I hypnotized you yet? You know, and every 8-timer I give out to people, nobody's been annoyed with it. And I've always thought the person's going to say, you're charging me for 30 minutes. What do you want me to do, look at an 8-timer? But I always tell them that I don't include that 3 minutes in their time. I just want them to cool down. Because they're coming to sit in front of me and they're saying, I want to hear from Granny and I want to hear from my mother. Instead of saying, what is Spirit giving me? And that's where we should be, is what is Spirit giving me? Listen to that voice. Say your prayers, but listen for the reply. Most of us just talk and talk and talk. We never listen. Listen to that still small voice after you pray. And you're looking at me like I'm guilty here. and look, and I can stand up here and talk all day, but it doesn't mean everything I'm saying I'm doing. But I'm trying to better my life by what I do. And what I do is always, I've never felt what I did was the best or could be the best. I've always felt what I do is just what everybody else can do. And I'm so pleased with my friends here, Steve and Manny, and the group here for encouraging me in what I do and showing me I'm different. I mean, Steve, all you have to do is tell him something and he'll tell you the truth right off. Even if he's night you or he's saying something, but it puts you on the track that you have to go. And Manny's even more difficult. Because I sat with Manny the other day on Thursday and I said, do you think I should attend your class this afternoon? He said, I don't care. So I left. I didn't stay. Next day he called me and he said, why didn't you stay? I expected you to come back for the class. I said, well, you weren't too enthusiastic. You said, no. Well, there's a lesson here for all of us. Because don't say you don't care. Because the person that is getting that message is saying, they don't really care, so they don't want me there. They don't want part of me. And believe me, I've been thrown out of the best places and homes and everywhere and not wanted. Because I dropped in at the wrong time or I phoned at the wrong time. And nobody knows better than me to stay away when somebody says, I don't care. So be careful when you use it. It's a pretty strong thing to say to people. Also, another message I have is actually I brought this lady over to meet Manny on Thursday. And how can I start this? Many years ago when I attended seminary at Chesterfield, people were telling me about my spirit guides and teachers and the whole bit, and I thought, I don't know. All seems like a bunch of bunk. No, I don't really. So I went to one of the teachers and he said, your spirit guide is Blue Feather. I thought, oh yeah, okay. Yeah, so was Moses there too. You could have given me Moses, or you could have given me somebody else that wouldn't have mattered. Then about 8 or 9 years later, I was doing a class in Temple Heights, Maine. And while I was there, I went around the class like this. I had everybody introduce themselves and say why they were there at the class. And I came to this lady who was sitting like Steve was at the back, just like, you know, like this, not caring one bit what was going on or anything. And I said to her, and why are you here? And she said, I'm not here for your class. And I thought, my God, was she some kind of a spy or something? Somebody got my message that I'm really not feeling that good about myself and what I do. She said, no, I'm here because my guide told me to be here. We have the same guide. Blue Feather. So I thought, isn't this something? This is something. And occasionally I've been out and people have given me a feather and said, this is from your guide. They never identified. Well, last Saturday we had a gala at Casadega, and there was a lady there doing spirit drawings for people. And I thought, this is my chance to get a spirit drawing. So I went and sat in her chair, and I didn't say anything to her. I didn't say, this is what I want to see, or what do you do? And she took my hands, and she said a couple of things to me. Then she started drawing. The complete picture. She did not know now what I did or who I was connected to. And I brought that picture this morning because I'm just so proud of him. Isn't it? And it was him. I mean, she drew pictures of women from the 1980s and the 1860s all over. This is the Indian guy that's with me. So pay attention when somebody speaks to you about your guides and teachers, and when you get to know them and trust them. And I only have one guide. I don't have that big crew of people. I don't need them because I don't listen to a bunch of people. But I was told, and I believe, this is the man that works with me continuously. And why? It's because I'm trying to keep things simple. I don't understand complicated things. I don't understand speakers like Dr. Thomas. Usually they go too far out for me. But we have an arrangement with the two of us that we conform to each other's ideas and peacefulness. And I bring in the people, and then he takes them. All the ladies go to Dr. Thomas after spending the weekend with me. Because he brings them to that level. I think we all need a kindergarten teacher. And I am not the position in life. So each one of you are unique. If you see yourself in the circle of life, you all have a part to play. And you're all part of that, God's children. And your connection is your voice. So never feel that voice is speaking to you is not worthy of who you are. No matter how tragic your life has been, connect with that still small voice. Just take a moment now, put your feet on the ground and say, just quiet. Close your eyes. Let's just recite the Lord's Prayer for a moment. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Let's take a moment now to just listen to that still small voice and receive a message for yourself. Thank you. Last night I had a seance, and everybody has a different interpretation of a seance, and so do I. The way I do a seance is different than Steve would do it, or anybody else, I think. But it's my way of doing a seance. And lately, I've been asking people during the meditation to see something, to see their own gift. And basically, I'm asking them to get their own message. And then maybe somebody in the group, one of the other mediums, will elaborate on it, or bring through what that message meant to them. And that's what I tried to do today, when I did the Lord's Prayer, and I asked you to listen to that still small voice. Don't expect anybody to change your life if you can. And if you don't listen to your still small voice, please do. And with that, I say I love you, and if you can be there this afternoon, I'd appreciate it. If you can't, we'll miss you, but maybe next time. God bless you.